back, strap in. You're listening to That's Too Far.
Boom! Hey, tell everybody what happened to you when you went fishing this week.
I don't want to. I don't fucking want to. It's such a horrible story.
Oh shit!
Alright, I was fishing in a canoe, and I was on a river, pretty deep river, and I hooked a big-ass stingray while I was on the phone with Mr. Jamie there, and he was like, dude, are you sure you don't got an alligator? Because this bitch wasn't moving. It must have been the stingray, like, the size of a small car.
It was on
And,
some river monster shit.
I was like, I don't think so, dude. I'm pretty sure it's a stingray because it's just sticking to the bottom. So I was like using all my weight to try to pull this thing up. I had like 50-pound line on, using all my weight to try to pull this thing off. And then next thing I know, snap, flip. I'm off the canoe. My phone's fried. And just before I flipped, I went, you'll know it's an alligator if you hear me scream, and then nothing. Snap, flip, I'm in the water. I just hear my phone go, because I had my earphones in talking to Jerb. And so I lost everything, dude. I had 3 fishing poles with me. Each one had like pretty expensive fucking reels on them. And all my tackle just at the bottom, because I come prepared when I go fishing. So, like, dude, everything just at the bottom of the river. So I just started screaming, fuck! Luckily, I still had my Oakleys on. They didn't fall off. And I still had my flip-flops. It was all good. I grabbed my canoe, and I started swimming it to the shore. I got it to the shore, and I took my flip-flops off, and I dove back in the water to try to swim down and find my fishing poles. After about 15 minutes of trying to find one, I finally stumble across one. And this whole time I'm scared as fuck because I know there's this massive stingray down there somewhere. So I find one of my fishing poles, I find my cast net. I bring both items back to the shore. I empty out my canoe, I get back in my canoe, and I use that fishing pole to try to scrounge up. And when I found that fishing pole, it was the one that I used on the stingray. The bitch broke my hook. It didn't snap my line. The hook was broken in half. So I had another hook in my pocket that I used. It was a treble hook. I tied it on there, and I just started throwing out to try to find my other fishing poles, and just like slowly dragging it on the bottom. It took me like a total of 3 hours to find my other 2 fishing poles.
The funniest part was when you were like, if it's an alligator, the last thing you're going to hear is me scream before my phone goes into the water.
Yeah.
On the phone I hear, holy shit! Nothing. The phone went into the water.
Oh, dude, it got worse, man. While I was swimming to try to find the fishing poles and coming back up, there was this old dude that was... where I flipped, it was directly by a bridge, and the bridge has a, like, bike path on it. And this dude going over the bridge, it was an old dude, had to be, like, 60, in biker shorts, leans over and goes, hey, what are you doing? Are you alright? I went, yeah, I'm just, I flipped my canoe, I'm trying to find my fishing poles. And then he, like, gave me a smirk and went like, huh! And started pedaling away, so I yelled, hey, nice shorts! And then,
Zing!
Then later, while I was trying to get my fishing poles with the other fishing pole, there was this duck that was, like, sitting right next to me in the water. And I started talking to the duck, because I figured I was alone. So I started talking to the duck. I was like, hey, Mr. Duck, you want to go get my fishing poles for me? I got some dead fish here in the canoe I'll give you, if you could just get my fishing poles for me. Come on, ducky. Come on, get my fishing poles. Get my fucking fishing poles. And I threw him a dead fish, and he ate it. And he looked at me and went, wah. I went, oh, come on, ducky. Go into the water and get my fucking fishing poles, you son of a bitch. And then I look up, and there's an entire, like, family on the walking path now, just staring at me, talking to this duck.
Did you pretend like you didn't notice them noticing you?
I waved, and then they just, like, they didn't even move on, like I thought they were going to after I waved. They just kept staring at me with, like, one raised eyebrow between the 2 children and the 2 adults. They didn't say a word. They just stared at me for about 5 minutes and then went on their merry way.
Nothing that eventful happened to me this week. So I just live vicariously through your horrible experience.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, man, that sucked when that happened to me. Oh, wait, it didn't.
Man, I thought my karmic debt was up. I
When you
guess it's
saved that
not.
guy?
No,
You thought,
I thought it was up because of fucking so much horribleness. But I guess it's still being paid for all the bad shit I did.
yep. It's like, yeah, napalm porta potty this. Flip! What's up now? Karma.
Yep.
Are you a true believer in karma?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, me neither. If there was karma, there's a few people we know that would be completely fucked right now.
Oh yeah. No way they'd be alive.
Yeah. I mean, if they were alive, it'd be barely and painfully.
They'd be chasing them like some fucking Final Destination shit.
They'd be hauled off into some apartment with a group of other fucking bad people, just trying to survive. Don't turn the light on. It will electrocute you for sure.
Because of that movie, dude, I cannot drive behind those fucking log trucks. I can't. Like, I get behind it and I'm like, Final Destination, left lane, pass immediately.
You ever got stuck behind one and you just start sweating and shaking?
I've been stuck behind one and just stared at it, like, vividly. Like, not taking my eyes off of it. Like, nothing else in the world was there except for me and that goddamn truck.
As
Like,
if some logs
hold
come
tight,
off.
ropes. Hold tight.
You're not dodging them. You're done.
No, you're screwed. I just want to see it coming.
It's funny how dangerous we live when we drive.
Mm-hmm.
Just a log truck.
If
Some
that
asshole fucking didn't secure him properly. He wanted to get home early. Boom. Takes out the whole highway.
if that happened, I'd make one, like, the second I see it, like, start to flinch, I'd just, like, duck down behind my seats and let my car go crazy.
You would kill everybody. The log wouldn't even come off.
Dude, in that movie, that log went right through that dude's head. I'm ducking down. I don't care.
I'll see, like, they'll show an accident where someone's drove into the back of a fucking semi and it completely took the top half of the car, and I always think if only they would have ducked.
Mm-hmm. They'd have been fine.
It'd be A-okay.
Just gotta duck, man. If you're driving, the slightest thing happens, just duck.
Just start ducking.
Just duck.
Don't worry about what happens after that.
If you're shocked by anything, duck. Bird shits on your window on the highway, duck.
Duck. Duck, duck, goose. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Himmeheim.
Here's gonna be one of the lawsuits we get. A bird shit on my window, and I ducked, and I flew off the highway going 90.
I hope we do get sued over that, because I can't wait to find out which one of you are retarded enough to follow that advice. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, let's find out who's that stupid. They need to be pointed out. They need a fucking spotlight put to them. So we can avoid that person. What? Yeah. I want that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Say that for a fucking milkshake.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get?
A s'mores milkshake. I wonder which asshole at Dairy Queen waited this long to make the s'mores milkshake.
I
And
didn't
the
even know it
s'mores
existed.
blizzard. Oh, yeah. It exists. I had a s'mores blizzard yesterday.
I'm gonna have to take my ass to DQ.
It's like licking God's vagina. You know, a fucking Sonic Burger has a banana bacon milkshake.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried it?
Fuck no, I ain't trying that shit.
Banana bacon.
Not banana, peanut butter and bacon.
See, that's a little better.
Is it?
I could see that vibing.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Try it out and let us know.
I will. I got a Sonic right down the street.
Hit it up.
I'm gonna.
Do it.
Next episode, I will be enjoying a Sonic peanut butter and bacon shake.
Peanut butter and bacon. And they complain about Americans being fat. It's because we're being served shit like that.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
Enjoy, motherfuckers. That's the way the government uses peanut butter bacon shakes to keep us down. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The shit ever goes down, we're all fucked because we're going to have hardened arteries.
That's the way they're gonna take over. See, the military, They're not going to have hardened arteries, and then they're just going to turn them on all of us. All of us running away, trying to get away, can't get away because we all having heart attacks falling down in the street.
Running away at a slow pitch waddle. Just grabbing our chest.
Oh, Wheezy, I'm coming.
It's just fucking crisis averted. You just see a big crowd of fucking fat people holding their chest, waddling down the road in slow motion, being run down by riding lawnmowers. That's how slow they're moving.
Yep.
Oh, shit. I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't get to my Vespa.
I'll drive a small car because that's all I afford. Why are you laughing at me? If I could afford a larger vehicle, I would. Why don't you just go on a diet? Fuck that.
Laughing at you because you look like a size 11 foot squeezed into a size 9 shoe, motherfucker.
Woo. I've done that before. That exact size. I'm a size 11 and I had to squeeze into a 9.
Nice.
Ridiculous.
How'd that go?
Well, I was on the wrestling team in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my brother had the exact same wrestling shoes. Of course, he's my younger brother, so he had a smaller foot. And I accidentally grabbed his for a tournament instead of my own.
So on a previous episode, you discussed having these giant fucking clown shoes when you were in elementary school wrestling.
Yeah.
So you had giant shoes too big for you in elementary school, but when high school came around, you had shoes
Too small.
comically too small for you.
Comically
Man,
too small.
you just can't get shoes that fit. Is that why you spend so much on shoes now? Is that why you rock them Nike Jordans and Nike AF1s?
Probably. Because, I mean, it probably wasn't even going from an 11 to a 9. I was probably going from an 11 to a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Or something ridiculous. And I had to make it happen. I had no other choice but to make it happen. So I had to get my feet in there, and I did. Fucking mission accomplished. Boy, was my dogs barking at the end of the evening.
Why is he walking like a Chinese model?
That was my thing. I had to specifically make sure I walked normal. It was very difficult to do. Because my feet were literally cut in half. Just fucking smashing. I was waiting for any second just to split a seam and my toe pop out like, bleep.
There he goes, old Hobo Joe.
He's the Cinderella story of the season. He can't afford shoes that fit his broke ass. That was awful, man. Not good times. Not good times.
Great times.
Mm-hmm. When talking about great times, go ahead, because I don't know those. I haven't had any. Let me listen to your great times. Shit. What's a great time? Exactly. You don't know me either, motherfucker.
Dude, you're saying that you don't know great times, and in your hand, rate this motherfucking moment as a s'mores shake.
Okay, true enough. True enough.
Dairy Queen. That is
Touche.
great. That makes life worth living.
Touche.
S'mores shakes. Live another day. I don't care if your bitch cheats on you, then gives you herpes, then leaves you.
Just
Then comes back and you hit it again and she gives you AIDS and then she leaves you again. She takes the kids. She takes the house. Your car catches on fire. You are missing both your legs and one of your arms. Life is still worth living for a s'mores shake. As long as shit like that still exists out there, I will be around. By my choice, at least. There will be no fucking suicidal tendencies on this side of the line, as long as fucking delicious-ass s'mores shakes exist.
You'll be standing on top of the cliff,
Mm-hmm.
almost ready to jump, and then the thought of a s'more shake will pop in your head.
Pop into my head.
Now,
I don't even know if I want to try one now, honestly.
They
Because
might
what if
fuck
it
around and make it
sucks?
like a McRib style. You know, it's here today, gone tomorrow. That's when suicide becomes a real fucking thought.
No, that's when hanging on for that day that it comes back becomes a real thought.
Or you just hit the fucking circuit. You know, like McRib might not be available here right now, but it's available somewhere.
Road trip.
And they got like a group of fucking McRib groupies, and they just follow the McRib wherever it goes. That's what you do with the s'more shake.
Speaking of food, I'm a connoisseur of Taco Bell. It's like my favorite restaurant over Olive Garden or any fucking expensive place. Fucking smirk at me if you will. I don't care.
I'm smirking right now.
I heard on the fucking news down here. I live a good 700 miles away from you motherfuckers now, but I heard on the news down here that Dayton, Ohio is going to be the test site for a new Taco Bell menu that they're coming out with. It's going to be 40 locations in the Dayton area. So fucking...
Yeah. Move back. You get to enjoy that flavor.
So you motherfuckers are lucky. Hit up your Taco Bells. Try the new shit.
Well, you know, Columbus is the official test site for everything fast food.
Did not?
They have a street called like Fast Food Alley or some shit. It's nothing but fast food restaurants, and that's where they do all their test menus and such.
Huh.
Something to do with Ohio State being there.
The Taco Bell menu is going to be a fucking hit or a miss because it's supposed to be a new protein-packed menu. They're targeting young males that are trying to be bodybuilders, I guess. So...
Very small audience Taco Bell's targeting right there.
Very. That's probably like their target audience, dude. Males in their fucking mid to young 20s.
I'm talking about the bodybuilder aspect.
Oh, well, still. There's a bunch of fatties walking around going, I'm gonna lift tomorrow.
That's what I like to do. I like to do everything a bodybuilder does except lift weights.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got the protein shake going, fucking creatine, all that bullshit. I'm taking all of it. I don't lift weight, exercise, nothing. I just take the shit. I got the weight gainer. I got it all. Just take all of it. Just become fat. And we'll start hitting the gym next week, I promise.
This is all the loading phase. I'm in the loading phase right now. Loading phase lasts 3 years.
Adding bulk, dude.
Gots to.
Putting on some bulk.
Yeah, you gotta loosen up that skin to make room for the muscles, you know what I'm saying?
Like, what do you think you can make more out of? A little piece of clay? Or do you think you could make more out of a big, giant piece of clay? Like if you're a carver. See what I'm saying? I'm turning myself into like a giant piece of putty. And then I'm going to carve out I'm going to carve out this hulking muscle man.
You're basically a sculptor.
Right. Basically. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do. Or that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to tack on mass. See what I'm saying?
See what you're saying? Feel you.
Feel me?
Feel you.
Shout out to you. Himmeheim. Ooh, that milkshake.
That sounds
Oh.
pornographic.
That sounded a little gay, didn't it?
It sounded pornographic as fuck.
I'm just like, that's a good milkshake. In the gay community, that's slang for cock.
You know what? We've been talking now for about, let's
20
say
minutes.
20 minutes. Edited down. When I'm saying this right now, it's probably going to be at about 5. But anyway, we've been talking now for about 20 minutes, and that's the first gay thing to pop up.
Yeah, but it popped up.
Props to us.
Still, it came.
Oh!
Literally. That's what she said. There's a video out there. It's this old black woman's 100th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And she's being interviewed by, the local newscaster.
Mm-hmm.
It's a younger guy, and he comes in. And as soon as she sees him, she goes, "What's your dick like?"
That's awesome.
And then he tries to ask her a question. She's like, "Ooh, give me some of that." And then finally, her kids or grandkids kind of intervene, and they're like, "Now, you got to talk, he wants you to talk about how you feel about being 100. She goes, "Feel like I could use 100 dicks right now."
Is this real?
Yeah, it's fucking real.
Oh, God.
And then she goes, no, you talk about how you feel blessed by God. She said, blessed by God's dick.
We have to put that up, dude.
I'll put it up. I'll put it up as soon as we get off here.
Fuck yeah. I need to see that. I'm gonna look that up on the air while we talk.
That's what she said, 100 dicks. Feels like I could use 100 dicks.
That's a dirty old lady. What should I be looking up here?
I don't know. 100 dicks? I don't fucking know.
100. That's gonna be my browser history. That's awesome. Dicks. Oh shit! It came up.
Your wife's gonna go through your history. 100 dicks. I knew he was a faggot. A little nuts? What? Give me 100 dicks. Yeah. Somebody out there, anybody, give me 100 dicks.
That is fucking awesome.
Now, for real, how much money would it take to give that old lady some dick?
Oh man,
Be realistic.
I'm looking at her right now. That would be like fucking.
She essentially looks like a corpse.
Yeah, like an already rotted corpse.
Looks like an animated corpse.
All right, let me weigh this. Like, do I have to be watching? Do I have to get into it?
I mean, you ain't got to necessarily get into it, but you got to hit that. Eyes open, lights on.
100 grand. I'll do
100
it.
grand.
100 grand, I'll do it.
How much would it take to let her suck your dick?
20 grand.
20 grand.
20 grand.
She'd probably gum the fuck out of it, too.
Mm-hmm.
How much therapy would it take after you got done and you loved it and you liked it?
0 grand.
Like, get loud to suck the skin off my dick.
She died.
Literally.
She didn't
She ain't
live
make that
through
to 101. I done fucked her to death.
Oh.
Let me get some dick.
VD's for life, though, man. Like,
Yeah.
she'd still be a carrier.
Carrier of what? Back when she was fucking, there was no VD.
Something tells me she ain't stopped fucking. She has fucked through every strain of VD to come through.
She's got the original herpes, the one that's curable by peroxide.
Do you know what one of my biggest fears is?
What's one of your biggest fears?
One of my biggest fears in life, and this started back, I'd say when I was about 15, 16. One of my biggest fears in life is that I will be walking down the street and I will have to take a shit, like really fucking bad, and then I'll get into a fight. That's one of my biggest fears. Whenever I have to take a shit out in public, I'm like, God, I hope I don't get into a fight. 'Cause win or lose, you're gonna shit yourself during the fight. So that person's gonna be able to say, I literally beat the shit out of him. I punched that motherfucker so hard he shit himself. You lose the fight, no matter what. You lose. I scared the shit out of that motherfucker, and then I beat the shit out of that motherfucker. God.
Oh, you know what an automatic loss in the fight is?
What's that?
Like, even if you literally beat the shit out of the person afterwards, in my book, this equals a fucking automatic L on your fight record.
Mm-hmm.
As if someone just smacks the shit out of you. Like, not like fucking punches you.
But
An open-handed smack to your face. A real fucking hard one. You've lost the fight. Like, whatever you do, do not let that motherfucker smack you. Like, if he smacks you during the fight, like after you've already hit him a couple of times, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You can still win. But if the fight starts off because you just got smacked in the face, you lost. So that's all anyone's going to talk about that sees the fight. They're like, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good fight, but he smacked the shit out that motherfucker.
Do you ever have a moment in a fight where fucking, you're like, God damn, that just fucking happened? You ever have one of those?
No, but I got in a fight once that was almost endless, and I got tired as fuck. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker's still going. That was like a fucking good 15-minute long fight.
Dude, I got into a fight one time, and I knew this dude had something under his jacket, and I kept calling him out to fucking take it out or whatever, and eventually I got tired of it, and I just walked up to square up with him, and he pulls out this beer bottle and swings it at my head. And when he swings it at my head, I block the bottle. I block his arm. And in my mind, I'm thinking, hell yeah, Chuck Norris, who? And then the next split second, bottle releases from hand, bottle continues momentum, and still hits me in the fucking head.
So it turned into a throw.
Yeah. Even worse, it didn't break. The butt of it hit me right in the head.
Did it wobble you?
Yeah.
You ever been near?
I saw 3 of them, but I picked the right one.
You ever been nearly knocked out in a fight?
That was the closest.
I've never fucking almost been knocked out in a fight. Never even close. It's never happened. I've lost some fights. I've got my ass kicked plenty of times. I used to have a real bad habit of running my mouth to older kids when I was young.
Yeah.
So I'd just end up getting my ass kicked, but yeah, I've never been knocked out. The last fight I ever been in was that one that lasted like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. When I knew I was gonna get into a fight, I always took a shit first. Like when I was like, I'm going to this dude's house and it's going down. I'm like, okay, precautionary measures. 1, take a shit. 2, stretch. 3, go back and take another shit. 4, leave house.
Now, when I got into that fight that lasted forever, it was because the guy kept fucking with my girl cousin and my little brother. It was an older guy. He was older than me. And fights are so funny to me. They're so ridiculous because I go out and confront this guy, and he's like, I am not going to hit you first. Hit me first, and we can get to going. He's like, just tap me right here, like on the shoulder or something. I remember I was like, motherfucker, if I hit you, I'm not going to tap you on the shoulder. I'm going to knock the shit out of you. He's going to tap me on the shoulder. So I go back inside, and I'm like, this ain't even going to happen. So I just went back in the house, and I was thinking about it, getting madder and madder. And I went outside, he didn't have on a shirt, and he was sitting on the curb. And I put my foot on his back and just grinded my shoe all the way down his back as fucking hard as I could. You could see like blood and tears going down his back as my foot slid down. And that's when we started fighting.
Nice.
That might have been why the fight lasted so long, because that probably really fucking pissed him off. And the bottom of my shoes were black, so he had this black streak that was going along down his back too.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah. In my adult life, it's all boring now. I never get into any fight. I haven't been in a fight in several years.
No, man,
and I'm not anticipating being in one either, like, soon, at all. So,
not up close.
Who knows?
Up close recently, but it just never happens.
Yeah.
I'm not that interested in getting into a fight. As old and as out of shape as I'm in, I'm not that confident anymore.
I just don't want to deal with the bullshit that comes with it.
When you're grown up, you go to jail for fighting.
Yeah. I've been to jail once overnight after a fight, and that shit sucked.
Well,
just overnight sucked. Like, some of you motherfuckers that listen to this, you've been to, like, jail. I went overnight. It was a horrible goddamn experience. After a fight, I got arrested and taken to the Clark County substation. This was when I was 17, I think. Might have just turned 18. I got taken to the Clark County substation. Get there, and they handcuffed me to a fucking chair, first of all. And then they like, during the processing or whatever, then they uncuff me from the chair and they take me into the room to get fingerprinted, and they had this new, like, laser fingerprinting machine that, like, you roll your hand over this laser pad or whatever, and that takes your fingerprints, but they still had the old ink pad in there. Like, it was like a podium with ink on it. And, he has me take off my hoodie, and I take off my hoodie, and he throws it on top of the ink pad. It was a white hoodie. So there's bullshit number 1. Bullshit number 2, they go to put me in this cell, and as they're going to put me in it, there was this dude that was high on something. He was an old dude in his 40s, high on something. The jail cells in Clark County were like, it was like a fish tank. Like, it was like bulletproof glass in this cement room. Like, the window was bulletproof glass. It wasn't bars or nothing. And this dude, like, starts stripping off his clothes and gets naked and jumps in the window and is like screaming like a monkey and flipping off the cops. They're like, okay, we can't put you in there. So they go to fucking take me into this other room where some other stupid shit's happening. Like this dude throws up everywhere in there, so they can't put me in there. So they go to take me into this other room, and you just hear like banging, and you hear this motherfucker screaming, kill me, or I'll fucking kill you. So back to the chair I go, handcuffed, overnight, in the chair, all night long.
So they were threatening to kill you?
No, he was talking to the cops. It
That's
was some other dude that was probably high on fucking PCP or some shit.
He had the strength of 10 gorillas at that moment.
Yeah, I don't know what happened back there. They had like a shitload of cops go back there with some nice looking toys for his ass. But yeah, I ended up handcuffed to a chair all night long. A chair that was bolted to the wall.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, Clark County. That place is something else, because they'll fucking arrest you and let you go. It's not like that in Montgomery County. You might as well settle on in.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a fucking court date, son. That's when they really can get a hold of you. Trust me, I know people. Yeah, I know people who's been to jail. No, sir.
Do you have any fucking fears like that? Getting the shit literally beat out of you because you gotta take a shit?
No.
Like something small and irrational?
No. I'm afraid of tornadoes. That's my great fear, but I feel like there's good damn reason to be afraid of that.
Yeah, there is. Absolutely.
Like, I'm not afraid of getting the shit beat out of me. Like, that thought is never... I might be afraid of it now. I mean, I can see how, you get beaten so bad you shit yourself could be a fear.
No, that's not it.
I know that's not it. It's just like, I may shit my pants, so I don't want to get into a fight type of deal. That's strange.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get that fear from? Let's explore this.
I don't know. I used to have problems with a lot of people back in the day, and that was just one of my things. Like, I don't want to shit myself in a fight. I just don't want to.
You had two problems. One of them was with people, and one of them was with your bowels.
My bowels were completely fine. Like, I don't have IBS or anything like that. I just didn't want it to happen. It's fine if I get beat, but fuck.
As long as you don't
take it to
yourself.
that next level.
Oh, Lord. I'm afraid of robbers. I'm afraid of Frankensteins. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The original zombie. Frankenstein. He wasn't even Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the doctor that created him.
No, he's not the original zombie. He's the next zombie.
Who's the original zombie?
Jesus.
No, you want to know what a legitimate fear of mine is?
What's that?
Prison rape. Since I was a kid, I'm like the fucking dude from the Boondocks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, I don't want to go to jail. I'll be anally raped. Because I watched the HBO documentary about Rikers Island.
Mm-hmm.
Which everybody knows about because of the Chris Rock special back in the day, the Tossed Salad Man.
Yeah.
Like, I related to that fucking Tossed Salad Man routine he did so much because that shit struck fucking fear into my heart. Like, I did not want to eat ass with syrup or jelly. You know what I mean?
Know what you mean, man. Feel you.
I prefer syrup. He had a preference. Don't use jelly. I prefer syrup.
Wasn't that shit called, like, Booty Warrior or something like that?
Nah, Booty Warrior is a completely different thing.
Oh, is it? Alright.
Yeah. That's a completely different inmate, which lets you know that shit
happens on a regular basis.
There's no escaping that. Because I think the Booty Warrior was like in a Kentucky prison or some shit. And Rikers Island, of course, is New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So, from New York to Kentucky, you're getting raped. How long do you feel it would take for you to get raped in a penitentiary? Or do you think you'd be raped at all?
I don't. Everybody says they wouldn't. Everybody says, like, oh, I do this. But I'll tell you this. I will try my damnedest. I will fight until I'm dead before it happens. But, I mean, come on. Be real.
Be real.
Be real. Possibility exists. I'm a good-looking dude. And I can scrap. So I will fight for my booty.
You'll fight for your hole?
I will fight for it.
The pride of the mud hole.
Mm-hmm. And if that doesn't work, last fucking thing I will try is shitting. But you know that if you try that there might be one of those motherfuckers that's into that nasty shit, and that is going to be the last person that you want in it. So all the dudes like walk away from it. That last nasty dude that's like, I'm into that, right?
Okay.
So then you try the other thing. You try the other prison move. You go, I have AIDS. I have AIDS for real. For real. You don't want none of this. I have AIDS. That dude might have AIDS. He might be like, oh, really? You just have your new best friend. No.
Yeah, he's like, I have AIDS too. Zip. Out comes the 18-inch Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Mandingo. Oh, boy.
Damn.
Okay. It'll take me 3 days to be raped. 3 days.
Jumping the gun a bit.
Well, I got some size to me, so probably for 2 days they'd figure just to go ahead and leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I'm gonna get froggy on day 3, I'd be raped.
You know what, I might try to, like if I felt out the situation and I thought that might be a possibility, one thing that I would try to do is I'd try to get put in one of those special prisons, because I'd lie to a prison guard and say that I'm part of this, like, fucking massive gang, and I'll give intel, and then I'll just lie about everything. I'll be like, yeah, I'm part of the Aryan Brotherhood and I have inside information. I'll just give bullshit left and right.
Yeah, the problem with that is people try that all the time. It doesn't work because you have to have legitimate, you have to tell them legitimate shit that's going on.
I'll remember to watch some documentaries before I go in.
Like, you gotta snitch on specific people. You know what I mean?
I'll make up shit about them. I'll watch documentaries, learn the names of the players, make
You're
up
like,
shit.
you know the bald-headed dude with the tattoos and a thick mustache? He's selling drugs. I would lie and say I'm a part of a Mexican gang, and that would just get me nowhere. Like, I'm a part of the Mexican mafia, you say. Don't fuck with me, punto. Next thing I know, I'm being stabbed. 300 times. 100 times for every time you mention the mafia.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you should bleep out every time I say Mexican mafia. You should just bleep it.
I can't. I don't have those kind of skills. Other than me going, bleep, and editing it in.
Yeah, you should do that. I'm a part of the bleep bleep. They did this movie called American Me.
Mm-hmm.
About the Mexican mafia.
Mm-hmm.
So in the movie, it shows some of the members of the Mexican mafia raping some dude in prison. So the movie comes out, goes into theaters or whatever, and the Mexican mafia finds out there's a scene where, Mexican mafia members are raping dudes in prison. And they killed a shitload of the fucking people that were involved with making the movie.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You don't fuck with those cats. You leave them
Apparently.
alone. They killed, like, the production assistant. Shit like that. Scary stuff. Was there ever a point as an adult where you were just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here?
Once in a while.
Yeah.
But where are you gonna go?
Where are you gonna go? You're
Where are
grown
you
up
gonna
now.
go?
Go back to mommy. Go back to where it all started, I guess. Well, that's a fucking move I don't want to make. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like moving back in with mom. Nah. Wouldn't feel good.
I'll take the bridge first.
Wouldn't be a great source of pride.
I still got that option of re-enlisting, going back in, if it ever gets to that point.
How close are you? How close are you to taking it?
Oh, nowhere near it right now. Oh, okay, here's what it would take for me to get to that point. I am so broke that I'm under a bridge and contemplating sucking a dick for money.
So you could be under a bridge and still not thinking about sucking a dick yet, and you still ain't going back,
right?
Just because the dick sucking thought.
Right, but once that thought comes into my mind, like, man, I could make $10 easy. Then I'm gonna be like, oh, whoa, maybe I should go down.
Oh shit, that's fucking funny. I could make $10 easy. That's a hell of a thought to have. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Talk about a hungry motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got fishing skills. So you could at least be eating fish. How about I give you 25 cents? You let me lick your fingertips after you eat some Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a fucking re-enlistment moment right there. Motherfucker's got Cheeto crumbs on his fingertips. You're like, you gonna finish that? Well, tonight, we figured out what your greatest fear is. Pooping yourself during the middle of a fist fight.
Mm-hmm.
I also found out you can make $10 easy. We're learning a lot about you.
I know,
Jim.
right? Like, people that listen to this, that have heard more than one episode, probably know us better than they know their own fucking siblings, their parents, their fucking best friends.
Yeah, at this point.
They know us well.
Come join us. Tell your friends. We're 3 likes away from 100. Tell your friends, please. I can make $10 easy.
Yeah, I can make 3 friends easy. Just how? I can get
That's
us
one thing they
get
can't.
us 3 likes easy, jerk.
He's like, I'll get us those 3 likes. Garble, garble.
With the